Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Renne, Alen and Friends show. To the Renne, Alen and Friends show. We have a wonderful guest in the studio. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome. Right.
Miss Renne.
Hi, I'm Dr. Renne Starlin Allen, the host of the Renne, Alen and Friends show here on WLVS Radio, the largest online radio broadcast in the United States. Well, this platform is for people to really know what's going on, not just locally, but globally.
Oh, I love it. They say you're the man's the head, but we're the neck, and we put them wherever we want to put them. Is that true?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
I want you to just talk about a few pieces, and then the fundraiser, because that's what I'm excited about.
Okay. We forgot about love. Beautiful love.
Bringing you the best in entertainment, entrepreneurship, business owners, the whole gamut. It's so exciting. I am so impressed. The vibrancy in the car and the details. Can we hold one up?
Oh, absolutely. I'll hold on. I'll hold up one of my absolute favorites.
So you really can't judge a book by its cover. And pageants are about beauty and brains and what you can bring to the platform.
'Cause girl, when you're here, nothing goes wrong. Yes, I need you everything.
Bringing you the finest in chefs in the DMV.
Oh my goodness.
Wow, this is awesome. Thank you so much. Smoked pulled pork.
So everybody wave to your parents. You are looking at Somerset's finest, the sophisticated ladies. Yes! Thank you so much, ladies. And I hope to see you on my set one day. Thank you. God bless you. And we're going to be doing a lot of collaboration and a lot of great things together. Glory to God. Bam! Boom! Pow!
Oh, yeah. We right here, y'all.
Something you never had, you need to do something you've never done.
Yes.
We gon' sing right here. Yeah, Miss Renne. Oh, yeah. We gon' do it here. Right here in Listen Vision, y'all. Oh, yeah. Miss Renne. I like how you sing it. Girl, I like how you sing it now. And where we at now?
Miss Renne Show.
Yes! Twirl, girl. Twirl for me. Nice. Oh my God, it's Anya by Vivian. Look.
Yeah, here is our star. Vivian, je t'aime.
Oh my God, this is amazing. Yes! Woo!
And she designed my kimono. A lot of people talk about giving back, but they talk.
Oh my God.
This is such a special year because in honor of her mother, Felicia's fund, will be debuted to present to all her friends and family today. I know that they find me so much because it was born from her mother's legacy. And her mother is and was very well known for African.
来了，我们用最热烈的掌声邀请我们的设计师上场，有请。掌声送给他们，谢谢我们第一组的设计师。谢谢，有请我们第二组设计师。
Hello, and welcome to the Renne, Alen and Friends show here on WLVS Radio, which is the largest online radio broadcast in the United States. I love coming here in the rain even today because it's the nation's capital. It's right across from HBCU, Howard University. How good is that? And I love the WLVS family. We're always, well, let me say me, always scurrying around right before I come live because there's so much to do. And with Deezy and I making sure we're synchronized and make sure the show goes smoothly. And so I just want to thank you, Deezy, publicly for always making sure you're on top of things. You know, I want to thank Navitica, Your Pet's Choice, which is our sponsor. I do it every week because, you know, our pets are our children. And even though our children grow up and become adults, our furry loved ones, we continue to take care of them because why? They're dependent on us. So we have a revolutionary and innovative products and services for your furry loved ones, all natural, all kinds of great products right there. If you look right there, you're right there, is the website to go on and take a free pet assessment. Yes, I said free 99, free pet assessment. Figure out what's going on with your dog. Maybe their hip and joint, going up the steps. There's all kinds of problems, bad breath. We have wonderful, wonderful products for you to give your furry loved one a opportunity to live a happier and healthier life. So thank you, Navetica. I love Navetica. Dr. Lance London, who happens to be the CEO of the Carolina Kitchen, where you get your chicken and much, much more, is also the CEO of Navetica. He's always carving in a spot in this world, you know, to help people and to better each other. So thank you so much. Kudos to you. I wanted to just go over a few things, and one of which is we have DC Swim Week. Did I send the video, DZ? Yeah, DC Swim Week. It should be right under the, yes. Yeah, if we could show that, I want to talk a little bit about Mo Dukas's DC Swim Week. It's one of the flagship events of Washington, D.C., and let's see if we can get it up. I can't get in a bikini yet, but I love DC Swim Week. I've been with Mo Dukas from the beginning of DC Swim Week, and I'm one of the hosts for this event on July 27th and I believe 28th. So tickets are still on sale. It's always a sellout. It's going to be at the Italian Embassy, and I suggest everyone get your tickets now because the capacity is very strict. And as a matter of fact, I don't even think he answers his phone on the day of the event. So I'll see you there on DC Swim Week. I want to say a happy belated birthday to my friend Tony, who owns the Sobe restaurant out in Atlanta, Maryland. It was an all-white affair with EU and all the wonderful entertainers and wonderful people, food, drink, his wonderful wife, Josette. We had a blast, and I wanted to say happy birthday once again. And tonight at Sobe, another one of my dear friends, Afeni, is celebrating her birthday. There she goes, bam, boom, padow. And she can ride a motorcycle, y'all. Look, don't let the prettiness fool you. She is something else. She is a warrior. So I will see her after I leave here. I'm going to stop by for a little bit and wish you a happy birthday, sis. What else is going on? Well, this past Sunday or Saturday, goodness, time flies by so fast, but our girl, our friend to the show, Susan Smallwood, Miss Grandiosity herself, finally had the polo match that we were talking about for over a month or so in Middlesburg, Virginia, and it was extraordinary. As she would say, it was grand. So we have some pictures to show you. There we go. That was in the VIP tent. Of course, we have delegate Diane Fennell and Deborah and, oh my goodness, Cheryl and Suzette and, of course, Dr. Jazz. It was just an amazing, amazing event. There's Gayla, who was the $10,000 recipient on behalf of Grandiosity event, Susan Smallwood, and she was there to talk about. There's the polo match, the first polo match I witnessed in person. It was surreal. It was surreal to see these big, beautiful horses, and just the whole thing was just wonderful. There's yours truly with Guy Lambert, my dear friends, Todd, who is with Logical Technology Research, who was the sponsor in the pink shirt, and of course my dear friend, he was actually in my wedding, my son's father and I wedding. And if you could go back there for 1 minute, DZ, Brett Murray is the reason why they had the charitable side of it, because he has concerts for causes. And then, okay, thank you, DZ. And so I was just congratulating my dear friend and them. Now, those were the two hosts. Of course, again, my dear friends, Thomas Taylor, right across the street at WHUR FM, and Guy Lambert, Like It or Not, Fox 5, all that jazz. Of course, Todd and Susan at the Step and Repeat. And finally, the check from Macy's donated to Concerts for Causes. Congratulations, Brett Murray. And Todd and Susan, kudos to you for doing that, because he gives, he does so much for the youth, and he gives instruments to the underprivileged children. So if I had my bell, I would be ringing. But I told you I won't leave that bell anymore. I thought I left it here at the studio, but DZ said I didn't. So I don't know. I'm going to fix that one way or another. But ding, 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 ding. Okay, you got me? All right. Lastly, before we go into our first break, you know, one of our co-hosts, Paula Potts, she is the Feel Better Challenge with Paula Potts here on the Renne, Alen and Friends show. Right there, that beautiful redhead. She's getting married tomorrow. And I didn't want to put a picture of her and her husband-to-be, and I'll let her do that on her next segment next month. But I will be there. I'm excited. And congratulations to you and your husband-to-be. Love you so much. So we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to play from Sylvan Logan Shark, Find Me. And this would be for her mom and her stepfather.
I got home with the ringing phone. By the time I picked up, just a dial tone. Was it you? Could it be? I'm just imagining how it used to be. I was wrong, wanna be alone. I guess I never really got it, but now I know it's not about me always getting my way. It's not about always looking for a change. I figured it out the second I walked away. It's all about the little things, all about discovering, all about the way you got me. It's all about the way I felt when you came around, and the way you picked me up when I was down. 'Cause it's all about the little things, all about remembering, all about the way it used to be. You see, it's all about the little things. How I miss the little things. I take a ride, gotta get outside, pull the windows down, trying to clear my mind. Where are you? Could you be feeling the same as me? Do you think of me? It's not about me needing any more space. It's not about everything will be okay. I figured it out, but then it was too late. Oh, it's all about the little things, all about discovering, all about the way you got me. It's all about the way I felt when you came around, and the way you picked me up when I was down. 'Cause it's all about the little things, all about remembering, all about the way it used to be. You see, it's
welcome back to the Renee Allen and Friends Show. I am so excited. Listen, we went to, and I say we, Patricia Mitchell and I, went to a meet and greet for Miss Frances Murray, I believe I'm saying Murphy, for the Afro-American newspaper. And it was amazing. And what I brought out of that and what I came home with was we need to support these businesses. Industrial Bank, we have, matter of fact, we can start off by just showing a celebration of Industrial Bank. Do you have that, DZ?
Celebration of 50 years?
Yes. No, not the 50 years. It's a website right underneath. Do you see it? Right underneath there? No? Okay. Well, while you're looking for it, maybe I forgot to put it on. You know, this is live. But talk about what happened this May with the mayor, Muriel Bowser, with the clock and celebrating Industrial Bank. After we introduce these wonderful women, first of all, we have Patricia Mitchell of Industrial Bank, the Executive Vice President, right here. And we have Lisa Hinton, the Vice President, right here. And I'm so happy to have y'all.
Absolutely.
So let's
Thank
talk
you.
about that celebration.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, we just celebrated 85 years, which actually will be in August, but we had an early celebration the other day. We refurbished our 11th Street branch, which is the original branch.
Yeah.
And that building was built in 1908, so it was time to renovate that building. We spent a lot of money renovating that building after all this time. One of the things we did is we had a clock, which is an icon for U Street. Most people who've been up and down U Street know about the clock. And that was probably put up around 1950.
Wow.
So we took the clock down and had it refurbished. And some people thought we were closed because the clock wasn't up, but no, we're still open for business, and that branch has not closed. So we had a refurbished clock, and we had the mayor come out, and we relit the clock on U Street. So that was kind of an early celebration, 85 years.
Like New Year's Eve, y'all, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
It was. That's exactly what happened.
I think DZ found it.
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Is the video?
Yes.
4, 3, 2, 1. That's your first. And probably your last. Thank you, everyone, for coming. We still have food, drink.
Wow, that's awesome.
It was. Actually, we were a little nervous, hoping that it actually did come on.
Like the Christmas
But
tree
it,
right there on the mall.
The mayor said she'd been to many groundbreakings, many grand openings, but never refurbished clock celebration. So.
Yes, because Industrial Bank knows how to do it, y'all.
Right,
Come on now.
If you notice how synchronized it was the clock indicated 8:20, and it represented the actual birth date.
From 1934, I read, right?
August the 20th.
Yes.
August 20th.
Come on, Lisa, now.
Right, yes.
Well, congratulations, Industrial Bank. And listen, y'all need to go and open up an account in an Industrial Bank. Say Renee Allen and Friends sent you, that you saw the show, but support this bank. It's a landmark, a living legend. It's not going anywhere, and it's going to be stronger and stronger as we support it, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
All right.
Yes.
Well, speaking of celebrations and community service, you both are here because Industrial Bank is doing a lot of things in the community.
We do a lot of things.
But there's one in particular we had a conversation about that really, really blew me away, and I'd like you to talk about it.
Right. And that was the program with DC Jail. And I'd like Lisa actually to speak about it because she is very instrumental in the program. She and two other employees, Jackie Bowles and Melanie Woodard, visit DC Jail every other week, consistently through the program. But Lisa can speak about that.
My goodness.
Yes.
It is really a very humbling
It is.
Experience that we've had. I've been involved in community service for many decades, and so when the opportunity came to be a part of the team that would go in and to teach a curriculum, a financial acumen class, it was a natural. It was like a marriage that was just arranged. And for since January of 2018, I want to say we have conducted at least 25 classes. Wow. We have graduated at least 100 residents.
Come on now.
And I'm all filled up right now because just this morning, in fact, we had our third graduation.
Wow, congratulations.
And we really go all out. We celebrate with, with the kudos and with certificates, and with our president and CEO, Mr. Mitchell, always is our keynote speaker, and he's always giving, a really good charge, a really good, stirring, transparent kind of man. And we just love it. We just make a big deal over, their accomplishments, and to see them just kind of let us in to a sacred space.
Yes.
When you talk about going into an intellect and going into a mind of someone and seeing that aha moment come upon your face, it's very, very humbling. So I'm still all filled up from this morning.
Both are, and when you say that space, you are absolutely right, because imagine being confined somewhere for a certain amount of time, and that's it.
Yes.
Imagine that mindset. So you're giving them freedom.
Absolutely.
Do we have those pictures, DZ? She sent on a separate email to you? Okay, well, while he's downloading them, let's talk about how many classes does it take, and what are you talking about in those classes?
There are 7 classes, which includes our graduation, our culminating graduation, and we talk about the importance of having a banking relationship. We talk about the importance of having a savings account, paying yourself first. We talk about having a good credit and how to regain, those grounds. Miss Patricia did a class on just purchasing a home and what it takes to prepare for that huge endeavor. We talk about budgeting and just being aware of your money, having a relationship, if I can say that, with your money. So and then Miss Bowles, Jackie Bowles, does kind of a culminating class with communication, with effective communication. And she does a very engaging kind of session where we talk about the way different people communicate and how you can more effectively do that. The tone of your voice, the body language, the emphasis on your words, and it really is a full gamut of beyond financial literacy. It goes beyond that.
Well, communication is the key, and one of my dear friends, Bob Path, has a book about communicating to win in love and everything. So that's very important. I want to talk about, what do you talk about, Patricia, when it comes to owning a piece of the rock, or in regards to home ownership?
So I talk to them about investing in real estate. It might be a property that you want to purchase. It might be investment, or it might be commercial, or it might be wanting to be a developer and making that a business. I also speak about that you can't really live dollar for dollar, paycheck to paycheck when you own property. That the roof may fall in, water leaks. Water is very common. Water in the basement is extremely common.
I'm dealing with that now.
Yes.
Water.
Yes, and so you can't. It's not for everybody. So if you're interested in purchasing real estate, you might be because you don't want to throw away your money on rent. You might want to build equity for retirement, or you might want to build net worth for your family.
Yes, ma'am.
But again, it's not for everybody. I have friends that are very comfortable renting, and all they have to do is pick up the phone and call somebody when something doesn't work. So we talk about all of that, or in investing, purchasing commercial property. And there was a gentleman in the class that said he wanted to purchase a commercial building when he gets out, because he wanted to have a nonprofit occupy his commercial property so that they could help with returning citizens.
Yes.
So we talked about that. So when you purchase it, who's going to pay the rent? And the tenant, you got to make sure that they can pay the rent.
Right.
Or you're going to pay the rent. So the concept is wonderful, but who's going to be paying the mortgage?
Yeah.
So those are some of the things that we talked about.
Yes, that's so important. Oh, my goodness. Wow. They're getting a serious treat and empowerment through this.
Yes.
Because if you're just going to go out here and start from scratch, that's not fair. Right?
Right.
So what are one of the, I'd say for you, Lisa,
what's one of the arms of this actual program that you want to see expand?
I'd like to see the officials that are, in charge of the residents and in charge of the programs that they receive. I'd like to see them be more supportive of it. I'd like to see them make it part of almost a mandate in terms of what happens while you're there.
Right.
Because sometimes, you have people who, of course, are all gun-ho and they want to be there, but then you have others who are not sure, and so they miss out on what I think would be a life-changing experience. I'd like to see the staff, the officials for the DC Department of Corrections support it more.
And are you getting support from the municipalities, obviously the mayor, but are you getting support from in DC, the politicians?
One thing before we really talk about that, I want to make sure that we do thank those that have welcomed us there, which would be Clinique Chapman and the director of the Department of Corrections, Department of Corrections, which is Mr. Booth. That he comes, by the way, to most of the graduations. He takes the time out of his day and leaves his office, and he comes to the graduation that we have for them. Most of the time he is there.
He's the warden?
He is, right, with the synonym, which would be the director of corrections.
Yes. Wow, that's big.
It is big.
Yeah, that means he really has no blood in the game. He is really excited for it. These gentlemen.
Yes, we've gotten to know quite a few people there over the time that we've been there.
Well, we only have a little bit more time, but I like you did share a few things with me at the Afro, and what I'd like to ask you is, could you share a story with us of a graduate or someone in the facility or after?
Actually, we both can. There's a program within the Department of Corrections, I'll say a community called Young Men Emerge. And they are people that are interviewed to be in this community where they have a little more freedom. They're interviewed based on their character, their attitude, their leadership, to be a part of this community.
Wow.
So the first time I went, we walk into this, I'll just call it, they call it a community. And what they said when I walked in is, welcome to our community. Okay, these are inmates. They said, welcome to our community.
Yes, I love it.
So they are doing things productive.
Yes.
We were there today, and they're on the computer. One is writing a book. He wanted to show me what he's done, or they may take us to the side and say, okay, I'm going to be released soon, and I want to talk about real estate. Here's my plan. What do you think? And then when they've been released, they've stayed in touch.
Yes.
They come to the bank, and a lot of them have already opened accounts while
that's good.
they are incarcerated.
That's good.
Because some of them have money in an account that has nothing to do with a crime, but they have money in an account. And when we come there and they start building a relationship, they say, well, I want to move my money.
Yes,
Right.
yes. Smart move.
And they have their relatives move their money. So then when they are released, they come to the bank, they text any number of us, because they have our cell phones, and they text us, say, I'm coming to the bank. And we have visited them at some of the things that they've done. And also, Lisa, do you want to speak about the Georgetown program that some of them, real quick, that some of them have?
The Georgetown program does offer classes.
Oh, and actually, and Howard does too.
And
Don't
Howard
let me
does.
don't let me not say that.
Absolutely, and Howard does too, where they interact with the students that are attending the universities, and they just kind of engage with each other and learn about the different things that they've all experienced and how they can share and glean.
Is
from
this a
each
new
other.
class they're integrating into the curriculum?
No, I believe they have been doing this for maybe some time.
Wow.
But it certainly has been successful. I recall in particular one young man who was so happy about his impending release, and he had mentioned that the judicial system, I guess, had actually taken time off of his stay. Got to keep myself together.
I see those tears.
because he had attended one of our classes. He was they had been there every time, and he had attended, and they actually took some time off of his sentence because he had attended, and it's things like that. When you see them walking into the bank, as Patricia had said, and they're all, they all do that up, and they come in and they're coming to do business. A lot of them have been incarcerated when they were very young, or young adults, and they've not had an opportunity to do business as an adult. So when they come in, they are ready to learn about this, and we welcome them with open arms.
Yes, they come and they give us big hugs. It's really been a life-changing experience for me. It's not what you think when you watch TV. It's just not. And sometimes some people may fit that script, but these young men that we've developed a relationship with are people that could walk into this room and I would give them the biggest hug because I'm just so proud of what they have done to better themselves and to be prepared to return to the community.
Yes. I'm excited. I'm excited to have both of you. Lisa, it's so wonderful to meet you. And of course, Patricia, I love you.
I love you too.
Look, I have to say this,
too.
Thank you. For some of these, I guess, inmates, is what you call it, right?
Yes.
Is they may not have anybody to come out and talk to or have visited them. And so for you, Industrial Bank, and the two of you and the extended family who go every, month?
Every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks. I just commend you. Because
it is so rewarding.
It is very rewarding.
So rewarding. Yes.
Wow.
And on my way here, I actually called one of the inmates' mothers because he had an issue about a real estate, and I wanted to make sure they knew some things, and so he gave me the mother's phone number when I left today, and I called her when I was on my way here.
It's like extended family.
It is.
It is.
Do we have the pictures now, DZ, by chance?
Yeah, he doesn't have them.
They didn't?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Well, we will
We'll
have
play
a
them
part
another
two.
time.
Yeah, we will have
play
a
them
part
another
two.
time.
Next week I'll have the pictures, and I'll talk about. If you want to come back, fine. If you're not able to, I will show a little bit about this clip, and then we'll show the pictures. Since they weren't downloaded, I don't know what happened. I'm only one person. Come on there. So how do you get a hold of you?
Right.
Can you volunteer for this, or how can they get a hold of you to open an account?
Well, our main number at the bank is 202-722-2000. And I'm Patricia Mitchell, and this is Lisa Hinton.
Yes.
And so please ask for us.
Yes, thank you so much. We need this, y'all. I am not playing with y'all out there.
Oh, and our website.
Oh, yes, website.
industrial-bank.com.
Yes, Industrial Bank. Yes, Industrial Bank
Okay.
is changing the game. It's life-changing.
Yes.
And we need more institutions, quite frankly, to do these type of things. And I really commend y'all. And please support them. Get your money, at least half your money if you're loyal to wherever you're at now, and take the other half to Industrial Bank, okay? And we'll be right back with a 20-year-old Celis, I believe I'm saying it correct, who will just make your heart melt.
Mastercraft on the beat.
Original Mr. Flavor. Every day na party, every day na jolly, oh. Oh, yeah, move your body. No time for story, oh. Where my woman? We supposed to the party, oh. No time to check time. Everybody shake it, baby. Shake it. Oh, yeah, mama, eh. Oh, yeah, sister, eh. Oh, my baby, oh. Time to party, oh. Oh, yeah, mama, eh. Oh, yeah, sister, eh. Oh, my baby, oh. Time to party, oh.
Shakity, I like it when you do sharp, oh. Back it, I like it, na niko sharp, oh. My yo-yo, uchangu changama. My yo-yo, usije kudanganya. The way you wanna roll it, nataka my heart. And I can't control it, nataka mwenza. Hasade, ate, ate, ate. Asanyonga unite, ate,
day here. You supposed to throw it. Adenuga day here. You supposed to throw it. Who's your daddy? Too much money, oh. Follow your leader, one, two. Everybody shake it, shake it. Oh, yeah, my mind, oh, yeah, sister, oh, my baby, oh. Time to party, oh. Oh, yeah, my mind, oh, yeah, sister, oh, my baby, oh. Time to party, oh. Oh, yeah, my mind, oh, yeah, sister, oh, my baby, oh. Time to party, oh. Oh, yeah, my mind, oh, yeah, sister, oh, my baby, oh. Time to party, oh. For this my party, man, ya plenty, oh. I say for this my party, you go chop plenty, oh. Where my woman, we supposed to the party, oh. No time to check time. Everybody shake it, baby. Shake it. Oh, yeah, my mind, oh, my sister, oh, my baby, oh. Time to party, oh. Oh, yeah, my mind, oh, my sister, oh, my baby, oh. Time to party, oh. Oh, yeah, my mind, oh, my sister, oh, my baby, oh. Time to party, oh. Oh, yeah, my mind, oh, my sister, oh, my baby, oh. Time to party, oh.
Yes, thank you, DZ. Thank you so much. Welcome back, y'all. We're in our final part of the Renee Alen and Friends show, and what I want to do is talk about the Afro-American newspaper. Boom! Yes! So I'm sitting here with Benjamin Gates, who performed at the meet and greet for Miss Frances Murphy. Yes, I got it right, I think. And I just stole him from them because when we were sitting there, Patricia and I, he just was phenomenal. So his mama, Jora Kay, is here in the studio, and she made sure he got here twice today. So I just want to bring up the Afro once again. Thank you, DZ, the Afro newspaper. And what I like to do, and I have someone on the line I'm going to bring up in a minute because she is such an Afro advocate like myself. And the Afro is a newspaper for us, y'all. People of color. Everyone can read it and figure out what's going on and what we're doing, but it's a newspaper for us. So I want us to support it. And how you do so is go to AfroSub, S-U-B as in boy, AfroSub.com. Get a subscription, please, even if it's an e-subscription. Okay, so I want to talk to our girl Sylvia Traymore Morrison. You know.
Hello.
How you doing, girl?
Girl, let me tell you something. When I first heard you say the word Afro, I was already on board. I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get my subscription. Let me tell you how much I like the Afro newspaper. Let me just tell you. A couple of years, they did a story on me. I went to their offices. I think they were located off of Benton Road, Northeast Washington. And I was there, and they did the interview. And when that story hit the stands in their newspaper, there were only two stories on the page. One was me, and the other one was Kanye West and Kim Kardashian. The two of us had our stories. I have promoted the Afro since then because they are true pioneers. They are true. They believe in the walk that they're doing with that newspaper. And Renee, I just want to tell your whole audience, please, everybody, subscribe to the Afro.
Yes.
It is the boss. It is. I'm telling you. They work hard. They give out good information, good stories, and they protect us with our news. Mm-hmm. I love them. I love them.
I love them, and I love you. And guess what? Guess what, Sylvia?
What?
You know, if you're on the same page as Kardashian and Kanye West, that you're somewhere in their house up in a framed picture frame. They're looking at you every day, sis.
And you know what that did? You know what? See, the Afro, in my opinion, they don't just do stories. they do stories that mean something and help along the line. It just, and I don't know if that's what they mean to do or if that's just what they do, but I know me personally, I'm very thankful for it because I got so many, like, all kind of posts and shares, and so everybody knows about the Afro.
Yes,
I love you guys. Love you.
Yes, and with the meet and greet, I wish I had brought you with me, but Misha Green, Edgar Brookins, Miss Murphy. I mean, I met so many wonderful people there, and some of which I've known for decades. And their whole premise was bringing you the best for people of color. Making sure we know what's going on in our communities and beyond. And I just love them. I have to give Sheila Stewart, who may she rest in peace, the kudos for really bringing me closer to the Afro with Edgar Brookins and the whole team. And so, thank you so much. We got to talk about your event coming up August 25th before I let you go, sis.
Oh, and please tell everybody at the Afro to come. It's August 25th at the at the Renaissance Marriott in the Grand Ballroom, where we're going to host 1,500 seats. It's at the VIP reception is from 3 to 4:30 at the Renaissance Marriott. It's 999 9th Street, Northwest Washington, D.C. Yes. And I would love for the Afro to come and cover the event. I would love it.
Yes, I'm going to ask them. And we do have that 50th celebration, DZ, we can put up before we let her go. Yes, 50 years during the celebration, 8/25/19 at the Renaissance Marriott Grand Ballroom. Seats are 1,500 seats. Tickets are first come, first serve, but I'm sure it's going to be standing room only. Yeah, so go
Thank
to
you, Dr. Alen.
You are welcome, Dr. Morrison.
Yes.
So,
now I want to hear him talk about the Afro.
We're getting ready to learn a little teeny bit, but he's going to perform live. Benjamin Gates, y'all. So I'll talk to you later, sis. Thanks for tuning in. Okay.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
So maybe we get you to play there. See, I didn't say it. I didn't put her on the spot, but I am right now.
I would love that. I would be absolutely.
We're going to do that. I'm going to make a note of both. So, Afro, listen, Benjamin. I know you were here just to perform live, but since we had a few extra minutes, I wanted to just talk a little bit about how you got involved in it's cellist, right?
Right, cellist. Yes,
cellist.
Yes,
oh, there's no H. That's why, right?
Right.
Okay, gotcha. Cellist without the H. So we have 5 minutes. So just tell them a little bit about you.
Okay.
How you got started, and then we're going to do a live performance.
That sounds like a plan. And first, I want to say thank you very much for sharing your platform. I appreciate the endorsement by having me on here.
You're welcome.
And the support.
You're welcome.
So a little bit about myself is I started off in the Washington, D.C. area, and I went to a petting zoo at D.C. Youth Orchestra. And what a petting zoo is, it is a place that allows you to try out all of the different instruments. And originally, I wanted to be a drummer. But as it happens, my mother, who I love dearly, who's actually here, she didn't want me making all of the noise around the house. So I had to find another instrument. And it just so happens that at the time, cello was the only instrument that you could perform with, and you could perform sitting down. The rest of the instruments, violin and viola, was standard that you had to play. So that's where everything started for me. I've been doing performances around the city. I was originally a busker in Washington, D.C. That's honestly how I got started.
Wow.
Through busking, I was able to secure an opportunity where I was able to perform for different dignitaries and embassies in the city and whatnot.
Yes. We have some pictures too if you want to put those up while he's speaking, because I saw Danny Glover as one of them.
Yes, yes. So I've had the honor of meeting Danny Glover. I've had the honor of meeting Maxine Waters. I've had the honor of meeting a lot of great pioneers in our community. And it was great to be able to have the platform and the support from the contractors who hired me to be able to go in and to do those events. Yes. So thank you very much to everyone who's ever hired Asteroid Titanium LLC. One of the things that we're actually gearing up to do is, because the winter and fall season is coming up, we're starting to secure hats, scarves, gloves, and socks, which the funds come out of our own pocket from what we make busking and what we make at different events. If you would like to make a contribution in the form of like hats, scarves, gloves, or socks, or even if you want to show your support
monetarily,
we would very much appreciate that. So that's going to be located at benjamingate0@gmail.com. You can also reach us at instagram.com, benjamingate0. And there's a lot of good things coming on those platforms in the near future. There's also asteroidtitanium.com, which is getting ready to get a major update. But here's the thing: if you go on Instagram right now, there's something new that I'm doing that I'm pretty sure someone else has done before. But I'm starting to upload music to Instagram's platform because I know with me personally, it's been a lot of back and forth in terms of the creation process. And unfortunately, I tend to be a bit of a perfectionist. So if the quality is not where I want it to be, it's not going to be released. So again, I want to take the time to say thank you.
You are welcome. What an extraordinary young man. Mom, you did a great job, and you are so talented. We're going to take a short, like 15-second break so we can set up and perform live for the Renne, Alen, and Friends audience right here on WLVS. Be right back. Extraordinaire. We're going to end this segment with the wonderful music and production of this great 20-year-old who is going to be making his waves through this world, no doubt. Congratulations to you, and enjoy Benjamin Gates.
Contrary, doing it different.
full song is on Instagram. This is not featured with the cello, but please enjoy the production. For the full production, please come to Instagram and check us out. Thank you very much.